Hey YouTube, we're out on another ride, and been a while since I've done it, but it's going to be a multi-part, let's say 3 parts, and we're going to hit Sedona, and if I can get to it, show you the Slide Rock Fire area. We're going to go actually down Schnebly Hill Road. I missed that earlier this year because it was closed. Forest Service had the road closed. So we're going to go down Schnebly Hill Road. Some beautiful sights there. Hopefully I remember to put you guys on top of my head, so remind me to do that. The second place is going to be quick run through Flagstaff, Arizona, and then we're going to head up to Sunset Crater and the, I hope I'm saying it right, the Waptuki Indian ruins. We're going to do a little loop up there. We're actually going to be riding in volcanic cinders up there, so hopefully I make it to all 3 spots. You're going to see the corn out in front of me. The stuff's 6 feet tall, and they planted it like yesterday. Incredible. That stuff grows like weeds. Anyway, here we go, and hang on.
To the dog to way down fall to see
Well, I told you back in March, I think it was April, that I'd be back. If you watch that video, this road was closed. Schnebly Hill Road. It actually drops down into Sedona, and it's dirt and has some really awesome views. We are gonna do a little odd. This is gonna. I said earlier this is gonna be a several part deal. And it's going to be kind of weird because we're going to go down into Sedona, and we're actually almost backtracking to do that, but we want to take this road and head south or east, or south or west on it. I can't remember what it is, but it's going to give us the best views, and that's what it's all about. So I'm gonna get us set up for dirt, and for the best views, we're gonna slide you guys to the top of my head. So we'll see you in a couple minutes here. So this is what most of Schnebly Hill Road looks like. It's Coconino Forest, typical fire road, and it winds its way through the forest. I will not put you through the bumps on this part of it anyway, and the ruts and stuff like that. We will get out to the goodness part of this little endeavor, but just so you get an idea what the top half looks like, and compare and contrast to our descent down into Sedona. And this is crazy. This is the most I've hit Sedona in forever. I don't think I've been to Sedona ever 3 times in 1 year. Well, we're just starting to get a glimpse of what we're going to see. And we still got a ways to go, but Sedona's over there, Oak Creek Canyon. I'm not seeing any views of the fires, but cool stuff. And down there, you see an agave with its big old flower up there. This is Schnebly Hill Vista. I think the view's a little better on the road than is at the Vista. Look at that. Make sure I'm not going to roll down the hill here. So you're looking at the city or town, I guess call it, of Sedona. And these are Red Rock Canyons. It's actually the mouth of Oak Creek Canyon, which goes north that way. And this just has some really, really pretty views heading off into Sedona. Gets a little rocky and rough here. Get bounced around a little bit. We're going to end up, I believe, there's a road down there if you can see it. And the gnats are crazy today. There's a little road down there that we'll end up on. So good, how are you? There's some meth head road bikers on this road. That's got to be quite a trip on one of those bikes. I haven't had a road bike like that since I was a little kid, and I'm sure the technology for those is pavement orientated. Let this Jeep guy come by. We'll probably have a few of them on the way down. So this road isn't really technical or anything. If you're real careful, you could probably do this in your minivan. It's just on the bumpy side, you know, bumps you around a lot. Kind of have to keep an eye on your skid plate a little bit. If you're low hanging like a V-Strom, you would never have any problem with a KLR or one of the other adventure bikes. For some reason, it feels like my rear brake's fading on me. But the views are just tremendous. I'm hoping the drift really gives you an idea of what the right, a little off the beaten path here. I'm hoping the drift's giving you what the color is. It's just a awesome orange rust color and creamy limestone up there, really, and then the green hues from the sage bushes and stuff are just real pretty. This is just one of those roads that this is just one of those roads that makes you thankful that you live in Arizona, really in the Southwest. I mean, there's stuff here that obviously you would never see anyplace else, but the wide variety of riding that we have, and I think you could probably definitely extend that to the greater Southwest, whether you live in New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, especially Utah, Arizona, California. You just can't believe it sometimes. So I figured I'd stop again and just kind of give a little pan around here. I mean, it's if you're unfamiliar with mountain roads, they switch back, so they follow the curvature of the mountain and fold back on themselves as you go down. And every time you come in or out of one of those folds, you just get a super spectacular view. And you can't beat getting off the beaten path a little bit. There's a lot of folks that see Sedona and Oak Creek Canyon from the inside of a car. As I was saying, yeah, they see it from the inside the tempered and probably tinted glass of a car on pavement, and you're just completely missing out on what you can see from a little back road like this. And there's all kinds of opportunities to get up here. You can rent SUVs, obviously, pretty much ubiquitous now. You can take the little Jeep tours if you're not confident doing that. Rent adventure bikes. Or if you own one, why the heck are you not doing this? Oh. 2 points, hit the skid plate. Yeah, I mean, if you've got an adventure bike or a dual sport or something like this, this is a nice, fairly easy little road. And it's a road that definitely just keeps on giving the views. Yeah, the farther you head down the hill here, the warmer it gets. When we're up in the pines, definitely needed a jacket and maybe even a liner. It was probably in the mid to upper 60s, if that. And right now we're probably, I'd say we're in the low 80s already, and it's only about 10 o'clock. So by the time we get all the way down, and I think we lose about 3,000 feet, 2,000 feet, something like that by the time we get to the bottom. I'd have to check elevations, but you go from approximately somewhere around 7,000 feet down to around 4,000 feet or so at the bottom of the canyon where Sedona is, and you definitely gain some drastic temperature changes. Yeah, the colors are just wild, and the layers of rock just kind of blow you away. Sometimes you wonder how that stuff's still standing up there. I'm trying not to make too many you're trying to vlog and ride and look around at the same time. I have a hard time doing just one thing. And I'm trying not to snap my head around too much and give you guys a nice smooth view, but there's a lot of stuff taking up my attention span here. There's only so much bandwidth in this noggin, and it's definitely challenging. Some of these guys that vlog in the cities and ride in traffic, I do not know how they do it with so much going on. So every time I've done this road, first time I did it was on a ATV utility type quad, and last time I did it was on UTV, and most states you can't even ride those on some trails are restricted access for off-road vehicles, and in Arizona you can plate them up just like a motorcycle, so it'd be almost like plating up a dual sport or something like that, I guess. You got headlights and brake lights and all kinds of stuff like that, and get yourself some insurance and off you go. and I wouldn't recommend riding on the interstates with them, but it's nice that you can link trails together. But we were able to we were camping up in the pines, and we rode our vehicles down just about every time, and then you get to ride around in town, which is kind of neat. I mean, especially in a town like Sedona, people don't know really what to make of it. You pull up into you come off a road like this, and out on city streets, and then pull up to your favorite taco joint, brush off some dust onto everybody else, and grab yourself some freaking Baja fish tacos. Get yourself something cold to drink, and nothing better than that. One step at a time. Got a little bumpily garden here. I'm just going to take it easy through. I could probably just roll through, but why wreck stuff, huh? I got 3 other stops to make today. And JB Weld and 2 quarts of oil are definitely not on my menu. Speaking of UTVs, I got one right behind me. I'm going to let him go. Hopefully he doesn't dust me out. We're going to give him some space. I don't like eating dust. A little picture moment here. See what I can take. I never know how they're going to come out. We're going to call this Rojo y Azul. Red and blue. Last time I was up here, it was cloudy. I'm trying to remember, it was pretty much overcast. This is, believe me, I'm not complaining. The blue is just absolutely beautiful. But if you had a few puffy clouds, if I could paint some few puffy clouds in, oh, it just makes it perfect. That's why it's kind of nice sometimes to come up here during what they call monsoon season here. It's a time of the year when our humidity level jumps up to supposed to be, well, the old rule, now it's just the season, monsoon season from June to September. But to actually have a real monsoon, you need 3 days of 20 plus humidity in a row, and something else I forget. But it puts some neat little puffy clouds in the air. But if you're not careful, you could get caught up in one of our monsoon storms, and trust me, that's not a whole lot of fun. Pink Jeep Tours, They're supposed to be the biggest one. They're one of those small business success stories, which you always like to hear. Guy started it 20 or 30 years ago, and he's grown into quite a business. Covers, I believe it covers most of Arizona. Anything you could want to go off-road to see in Arizona, I think you can see in a Pink Jeep Tours vehicle. They've got colorful drivers that have a kind of a cowboy theme to them. Entertaining, especially if you've got folks from out of town. And that's what makes it a success. You know, I don't know what his business model is or anything like that, but happy to see someone making themselves successful as an entrepreneur, especially in this day and age. Man, there's another one. It's like shift change at the sheriff's office. Little bit of rock, little bit of sand, some baby head size rocks, skull size rocks. There's a little bit for everybody here. I haven't seen a water crossing yet though. So I'm trying to put some footage together this weekend. Here's what I mean by grocery guys. I mean, that's a little SUV, but sorry, ADD moment here. That's kind of a SUV, I guess. But you could drive this thing in just about anything if you're very, very careful. Anyway, back to my point. I'm trying to put some footage together this weekend because in a week and a half, and it is the 8th. Mrs. Desert Dog has to go back east to take care of some family business, and I'm probably not going to be riding. I'll be home babysitting the dog. Maybe we'll do some non-riding videos. Oh, try your side of the road there, dickhead. I apologize for the language there, but anyway, I'll be home babysitting the dog, and I'm going to try to maybe do a couple of non-riding videos, maybe some riding orientated stuff that might be helpful to some folks. But our dog Lucy, the real desert dog, she gets separation anxiety, and it's tough to leave her alone. So we try to accommodate her as much as we can. And she was a stray up in Flagstaff, and God knows what happened to her. So she's definitely got some issues. So I'm sure something happened to her. But anyway, she's got a good life now, and we try to take care of her as best we can, because I think she takes care of us. She's almost a companion dog for Mrs. Desert Dog, and it's awful nice coming home after a long day at work to see that wagging tail, smiling face, and a stuffed animal ready for play every day. You gotta take care of your peeps. So this is where the dirt fun ends and pavement begins. If you don't make it to the next video, we're heading up to Flagstaff. If you don't make it to the next video, I appreciate you watching, and I put a list of my social media contacts. If you would sub my channel, I'd appreciate it. Like and share. Hit me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd appreciate it. Google Plus. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciate your time. So next videos are going to be a little bit of Flagstaff. We're going to do a ride through up there. We're going to do the Sunset Crater and the forgive me because I'm not saying it right, the Waptuki Indian ruins. So adios, ride safe.
If you're on a highway and road runner goes beep beep, just step aside or you might end up in a heap. Road runner runs on the road all day. Even the coyote can't make him change his ways. Road